I must say, we didn't know whose album we were listening to. We thought we did. We thought we knew whose album we were listening
Right.
to.
Because first
And,
we just like, oh, Anderson Paak dropped a new album. Let's listen to the new Anderson Paak album. Then it
right.
was like, who are all these people on Anderson Paak's album? What is going on?
Right. So apparently he's a part of a group, yet another one. Called
Another
No
one.
he called No Worries. It's him and Knowledge. Um I assume you say it like that, like no worries. It's
I
NX
think so too.
worries. So you know. Um yeah, so they put out an album. It's called
Why, Lord?
Why Lord?
Question
Because
mark.
yes, and this is a part two
Yep.
because
The
the
follow up to Yes,
Yes
Lord.
Lord. I didn't listen to Yes Lord. I just want
I
to
was about
start
to
there.
say, I'm gonna let y'all know I did not listen to Yes, Lord.
In the beginning of the album, they do reference Yes Lord. Like the moment it starts, they acknowledge that hey, there was something that came before this.
Just
Um,
smart.
yeah, I mean, and I said, oh man, do I need to go back? And then I said, well, I don't have time to go back, so I'm just gonna. Here is where I am, and here is where I
Only
will.
one way to go.
Exactly. So yeah, um, starts off with that with Dave Chappelle.
Good old Dave.
Dave giving some wisdom that he picked
Yes.
up along the way. That was
Yes,
cool.
Lord. Sorry. I couldn't help it.
No, it's fine. I mean, you. Let me tell you something about you. You love a good call and response.
Love a good. You guys see when I perform, you know what I mean? I'll be up there.
You love a good like yeah, Glow was made for you.
Yeah, glow.
So
Anyway,
it is no surprise that Yes Lord would be something that you would latch on to because you love a good call and response.
I do. I really do.
You do, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because God is good
All the time.
and all the time.
God is good. Yes,
Anyway,
Lord. Yes, Lord. And this is why they stopped watching our stuff because we fool around too much.
let's get to
They'd
it.
be like, I clicked on an album review. Where is the album review?
It's coming. Anyway, so right. So it starts off with some Dave Chappelle, which is really interesting to me. Um I always think it's interesting when artists use comedians on their records. It's a pretty common practice. It's not that unfamiliar to us. A lot of people have
No,
done
it's
it.
not. It's not common, but it's also not frequent that we get it. It's like somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle, yeah. Um, you know, I'm thinking of like Seinfeld and Wale. Thinking of, I just had one in my head, and
Chris Rock was on Rick Ross album. Dave Chappelle was on T.I.'s album.
okay, so you have way more in your tool belt than I do. I wasn't even thinking of all of those, and the one that I had in my head, it just it'll come back to me. But yeah, I always think that's an interesting thing. Um, a perspective you maybe didn't expect to hear from in that moment. So
Right.
it's kind of cool to me. I think it's an interesting thing to do.
Okay, did you listen to more than track one?
Yes, yes, I did. I thought it was cool. I like. Obviously, when Anderson Paak is involved, I assume that there's going to be something nostalgic about whatever he's doing. I feel like that's.
Why?
Isn't Anderson Paak the same one that was? Am I mixing people up? Isn't he the one that is also a part of the group with Bruno Mars?
Yes, he is.
Right. So I feel like that's something he leans into, that sort of nostalgic vibe. Is that not the case? Am I misspeaking about him?
Um, I listen to Anderson Paak, not every album, but no, he doesn't do that all the time. I think he's really good at, excuse me, Silk Sonic is the group with Bruno Mars. Had to check
Silk
it because I
Sonic
couldn't remember. I
group.
couldn't remember. Too
Yeah.
many groups, too many groups. Anderson Paak is in too many groups. But um, we'll
Yep.
get to that in a minute. But
Yep. We
no,
will.
he does not always lean into the old school sound. What he does lean into is instrumentation, like actual instruments.
I was
That
gonna
I
say
will say.
that.
Yeah. Now, if you're going to talk about instruments, yeah, if you're listening to Anderson Paak, you are going to hear real instruments. You're going to hear the synthesizer and the 808s, but you're going to hear some real ass instruments in there.
Remember what I tried to teach y'all about the synthesizer?
They don't know what you're talking about because you
Anyway.
didn't know what you was talking about.
Anyway, I was going to say that. I was walking around my apartment and I was listening to it. And I walked into the room at one point and I was like, I know when we do this review, instrumentation is going to come up. Like
Oh, it has to. Yeah, it has
I
to.
know when we do this review, my really technical co-host is going to be like, "Did you hear the strings? did,
Gotcha.
did you hear?"
Gotcha.
Yes, I did. That did jump out at me. I caught that. There is a lot. There are a lot of instruments. You could tell that there's a lot of intricacies to creating this music.
Absolutely.
Um, and I like that. I think it makes it more complex. But I do think that it had a nostalgic sound, some of it. There was one song, gosh, I can't remember the name of the song, but there was one song where it's so different listening to like being in the house and like playing something on the speakers versus like I don't know, having your headphones on and maybe having your device in your hand or whatever, because then you
Yep.
can see what song you're listening to. A lot of times when I'm like inside and just listening to it on the speakers, I miss that. um but there was one song that made me think of the OJs or like Lenny Williams, or it gave me that old school vibe, which I enjoyed. I think overall, and I'll let you go because I'm sure you have a lot to say, but I think overall,
Go in.
um,
Don't cut yourself short.
well, I'm not cutting myself short. I'm just, um, trying to, be mindful of time too. I think overall it was a really interesting album. I think it has a good sound. I liked the features. I didn't expect to hear Snoop on it. That was
Yeah.
very unexpected. All of a sudden, I was like, "Is that Snoop?"
So was D.O. double jizzle.
Yeah, Snoop was on it. Her made an appearance. Always love her.
Yes.
Um, there were other features that I cannot think of right now, but I thought the features were cool. Um, I was into that. Again, I love her. I'm never gonna be mad at somebody doing a record with her. Um, but yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting.
Okay. So the features were obviously Dave Chappelle, Thundercat, Her, Snoop Dogg, October London,
Mhm.
Ray Khalil, Charlie Wilson, The Last Artful, Dodger, Earl Sweatshirt, and again Ray Khalil.
Yeah, I thought the features were good. I didn't
They
have
were
any
great.
qualms with them.
The music is great. The instruments, the instrumentation, the production is great. This is a vibey project like Anderson Paak. We know he can make,
Yeah,
and he can sing, he can rap. He does his thing, and he did his thing all over this project. I have one complaint. Only one. I don't have a problem with the topics. I don't have a problem with the flows. I
hmm
don't have a problem with the beats or the beat selection. It was smooth. If you just want to put it on and clean the house, you can. If you've got a friend over and y'all are just relaxing and kicking it, you can put this album on.
I was just gonna say that I feel like it's a nice, like I'm laying on the couch with my honey kind of
Absolutely.
album.
Absolutely. It absolutely is. Now, my one complaint
Hmm
is these songs are short as hell.
Oh my gosh, there was one that was 1 minute and 43 seconds. I said,
The last track
where's
is
the
25 seconds. I had to check. I thought I
It
did
was.
something wrong.
Yeah. Because
25 seconds.
same thing with me, because all of a sudden I heard Snow Allegra and I was like, is Snow on the album?
Nah, your app was just like, all right, that's done. Next,
and
let's play
then
something else we like.
and then I said,
Play some more vibes.
and then I was like, this is whoa. like,
Very
I know
good.
this song very well actually.
Right.
The album is over.
I don't
It was kind of
understand
an
the
abrupt
short.
ending to me.
Yeah, like I don't like the short song thing. It really, really bothered me because there were a lot of songs that as soon as they started, they ended. Like as soon as I'm like, oh yeah, I like this. This
Yeah.
is cool. Oh, this is over. Oh, okay.
Right.
At
Like,
one point, I thought like because it was a clear change, I thought like they did the two songs on one track thing, that some people do, and I was like Big Mama, right? Lotto. We spoke about Lotto, Big Mama. That's a
Big
clear change.
Mama, Big Mama.
You good now?
Would you believe I haven't had coffee or alcohol today?
All right.
Just water.
Um, special water. Um,
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was saying.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought at one point like they did the two song one track thing because it was a clear change, but it was so abrupt that I'm like, what just is this the name? I had to look. I had to pull out my phone and look, and I'm like, wait, so a new song just started? These songs are like 1 minute and 19 seconds. Like,
Yeah.
fam, come on. Way too talented, way too vibey, way too good at what you do, both of you, because the
Mhm.
beats were great. I will say Knowledge clearly knows how Anderson Paak likes to make music. It was a beautiful marriage hearing the two of them together. I will go back and listen to Yes Lord because I enjoyed this. Yeah, I thought this was
Yeah, me
great.
too.
My only complaint is that the songs are short. And I should have known too because I looked at the time and was like, but how did they do 19 tracks in 44 minutes?
Right.
Wow, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, 44 minutes,
Yeah.
18 seconds.
It
I said,
should have
I don't,
been at least 55 to
come
60.
on, man. Or cut some of the songs out,
Yeah.
you know.
But yes, I
But
did
that's
not.
me being nitpicky, I will be honest, because plenty
Yeah.
of people today in the streaming era love the shorter 90-second songs. I'm
I,
not. I'm not a fan of it.
yeah. I mean, it's almost an ad. It's like
You know what I'm saying? There go you with your marketing shit.
there are ads longer than this. A trailer is longer than this.
Yeah, like come on.
Okay, the Gladiator trailer was what, 2 minutes and 45 seconds or something
It was
like
3 minutes and 11 seconds.
that. So I'm getting my trailers mixed up. I'm pretty sure we watched
Sorry,
a trailer that was that length recently. But
probably
anyway,
did.
so overall it was good, and yes, I agree. I will go back and I will listen to what came before because I'm curious about what that sounded like. This was really good, and like I said, I love the vibe of it. I love that it got a little nostalgic. It's like for someone like me who likes to go back in time a lot when it comes to music, it's nice to listen to music where it's new and I don't necessarily have to go all the way back. I can kind of just enjoy that same type of sound um, with something current. So that's what this felt like. So yeah.
Sweet. All right, well, there you go. That is our No Worries Why Lord review.